Hi guys, welcome to Cracku video series. In today's video, let's talk about how to prepare for CMAT GK. While preparing for competitive exams, most people focus on reading and comprehension to handle the verbal section and solving puzzles to improve their logical reasoning, and practicing concepts and formula helps in quant. However, GK is completely different. To build your GK, you need to stay updated with current affairs all over the world, and you also need to revise them on timely basis to avoid forgetting. So moving forward, let's discuss more about how to prepare these GK questions and make the most of it in order to score more marks in CMAT exam. Now let's get started. Now let's see what is the format of GK questions that are asked in CMAT exam. So basically the CMAT GK consists of two topics. That is, we'll be having questions on general awareness and we'll be having questions on innovation and entrepreneurship. So previously, basically, we used to have only general awareness, but recently they have also included the innovation and entrepreneurship section as well. As many of us already know, the total number of questions that were asked in general awareness are 20 questions. And the total number of questions that were tested in innovation and entrepreneurship are 20 questions. And coming to the marking scheme, for every correct answer, you will be awarded with plus 4 mark. And for every wrong answer, 1 mark will be deducted. After understanding the format, you might get stuck. So many of us might end up with a question called where do I start from? So now let's see from what resources we can start. So the most important thing that you can start your preparation with is with previous year papers. Try to go through at least 5 to 10 years of previous year papers so that you'll get to know basically what kind of questions they were asking, what types, and also you can prepare your own blueprint which helps for your GK preparation further. How to go through your previous year papers is, firstly you need to analyze, try to understand how many questions that were appeared in static GK and how many questions that are being asked on current affairs, and also try to find out what are the common areas where the questions are covered and what type of questions were asked. So by doing this analysis, you'll get to understand what kind of question types that can be asked in the coming exam, so that you can prepare accordingly. Now I'll explain you how to do a small analysis. So I'll be showing you now basically what kind of analysis that I have done from CAT 2023 previous year paper. Okay, so based on that, you can try to analyze the past 5 to 10 year questions so that it will be helpful for your further preparation for GK section. So if you see from general awareness, as I said, we'll be tested with 20 questions. So in this, if we see the slot 1 paper, so we got 17 questions from static GK and 3 questions from current affairs. And this is the same with slot 2 as well. So in slot 2 also we got 17 questions from static GK and 3 questions from current affairs. Next, coming to innovation and entrepreneurship questions, like we got around 16 questions from business and entrepreneurship concepts, that is the static innovation and entrepreneurship questions, and 4 questions on business GK. And that is the same with slot 2 as well. In slot 2 also we got around 16 questions from business and entrepreneurship concepts and 4 questions on business GK. Now let's see what is the individual breakup in general awareness section. Now let's firstly discuss about the slot 1 paper, basically what type of breakup that had given in the exam. So in the current affairs, in slot 1 we got 3 questions. So those 3 questions are on, so what's the poisonous gas leaked in Bhopal tragedy in December 1984, and who was the chief of naval staff in the year 2022. And they have also given another question based on related to current affairs in the form of first statement question. And coming to history, we got 2 questions in slot 1 paper. So we got a question on who defeated Rani Lakshmibai in her last battle. And the other question is match the following, where they have asked about some particular event and that happened in which year. They have asked about the partition of Bengal by Lord Curzon, in which year they have done that, and in which year the Khilafat movement happened. Like these kind of questions where you need to mainly focus on. And next, like coming to geography, in slot 1 they have asked 4 questions, and the questions are, what strait separates India from Sri Lanka? That is Pak Strait, as many of us already know. And the next question is, Kanha National Park is situated in Madhya Pradesh. And there's a question on country and its capital. So they have asked Finland capital, Ukraine capital, Canada and Austria capital. And next, one question on boundaries that was asked in the form of statements. And next, coming to books and movies, they have asked one question, and that is given in the form of match the following. So in the list 1, they have given the author's name, and in list 2, what kind of books that they were written. So they have given the following are the author's names that they have listed in list 1, that is R.K. Narayana, Arundhati Rai, and Ramchandra Guha, and Barack Obama. And in list 2, they have given Dreams from My Father, Malgudi Days, God of Small Things, and A Corner of a Foreign Field. Like, just remember, they might ask in different types of questions, like they might ask in the form of MCQs, or they might ask in the form of match the following, or in the form of statements. So just be ready with all the content. Whatsoever the type of question that they were asking, you can attempt them easily. And next, coming to science and technology, they have asked 4 questions in slot 1. And the questions are the chemical formula of laughing gas, and at constant temperature, the volume of a definite mass of a gas is inversely proportional to pressure is known as Boyle's law. And next, they have given a matching where they have given what is the inventions that were made by the scientists, that is by Alfred Nobel and Mary C. Biro and all. So try to find out inventions that are made in science and technology as well. And next, there was another matching like which is related to science, and in list 1 they have mentioned some diseases and what is the affecting organ that the disease is causing. And in list 2, what is the affecting organ that is being affected by this disease. So try to have some basic knowledge on Avogadro's law, Boyle's law, Charles' law, and Gillis's law and all. So try to gain more knowledge on that, and also try to remember all the chemical names of all the formulas. So next, coming to politics and governance, we got 2 questions in slot 1. And these 2 questions are on scheduling in Indian Constitution. So one is a normal MCQ type, and the other one is in the form of ascending order. And next, coming to economics, we got 1 question in slot 1, and it is on GDP. What's the meaning of GDP and the formula? So this one is asked in the form of a statement type. And the next topic is on capitals and currencies. So we have got 1 question in slot 1. So what kind of question they have asked in 2023 CMAT paper is, so in the list 1 they have asked about new currency banknotes, and in list 2 they have asked about the image on the backside of the note. So they have asked about 500 note, 50 rupees note, 200 and 100 rupees ka note, and on images on the backside of the note they have given about Ran Ki Vav, Sanchi Stupa, Hampi with chariot, and Red Fort. So you need to match all of them. And next we have got 1 question on culture. In that they have asked about folk dances. They have asked about the dance forms, which dance is famous in which state and all. And we got 1 question from sports. And that question is on Commonwealth Games 2022. And the question is, in Commonwealth Games 2022 held in which place and the country that topped the medals tally was. So basically I advise you to go through all kind of awards and what kind of games that happened in the previous year. Make a note of each and everything and who won in those matches or in that games. Try to find out try to make a list of it and go through them. Next, coming to slot 2, we got 3 questions from current affairs in slot 2. So, and the questions are on, in November 2020, Union Cabinet gave its nod to merge with which 2 banks? And the next question is on thinkers, that is like personalities, like who among the following gave this following statement or quotation, that is, so long as the millions live in hunger and ignorance, I hold every man a traitor who, having been educated at their expenses, pay not the least heed to them. So it was written by Swami Vivekananda. Try to get familiarized with a few statements or a few quotes that were written by the famous personalities. So try to have a good idea on them so that if they test you with any of these quotes, then it will be easy for you to identify them. And the next question they have asked in the form of statements about IT rules 2021. And next, coming to history, we got two questions in slot 2. And the questions are on so who was chosen as the first satyagrahi to launch the individual satyagrah in 1940. And there is another question on Buddhism, and that was given in the form of statements. One question is on Satyagraha and the other one is on Buddhism. And next, coming to geography, we got two questions in slot 2, and the questions are on which of the following Indian rivers are a part of peninsular river system. And one question is on Nilgiri Hills and Satpura Hills. And next, coming to books and movies, we got two questions, and they are on the author of the book called The Struggle in My Life, and which of the following Bengali works of fiction is often considered as the first political novel in India. So try to gain more knowledge on books and authors. If you find it difficult to find whatever recent books that were published, we have already released a video on books and authors. Please check out the link in the description. Next, we have three questions from science and technology, and they are on one question that was given in the form of statements, whether it was true or false, and the other one is on recent coronavirus variants, and the other one is a match the following. So here in the list one, they have asked about different kinds of meters, for example like thermometer, and what is it going to do. It will be helpful for us in finding the temperature. So in that particular way, they have given other meters and we need to find the use of it. And next, we got two questions from politics and governance, and the questions are based on the judicial system of India. And they have also asked about who can dissolve the Lok Sabha before the expiry of its normal term of 5 years. And there is another question related to Lok Sabha. And next, we got one question from economics. It's about the performance and potential of insurance sector. This was asked in the form of a statement type of question. And next, coming to sports, we got three questions in slot 2, and the questions are on Dronacharya Awards, Sydney Olympics, and about Olympic medals that happened in 2012. So try to find out what recent sports, like whatever awards. So as I said previously, try to know more about Commonwealth Games, Olympics, and World Championships, next IPL, etc. So try to touch all these topics. Like just have a basic understanding on these topics. Basically, in the last 3 to 4 months, if there is any kind of news on these particular things, try to remember all those points. So, and we also got a question on a sports person who was appointed as the Vice Chancellor of Delhi Sports University. So try to find out. So in the last 2 to 3 years or in the last 5 years, if there is any special news about any special sports person, try to make a note of it. Next, coming to people and awards, we got two questions in slot 2, and the questions are on biologists. Like they have asked a question that is who among the following is a structural biologist who shared the 2009 Nobel Prize in Chemistry, and he is also a Padma Vibhushan awardee. And there is another question on who was associated with the philosophy diversity in humanity, that is Swami Ramakrishna. So try to have some basic knowledge about some famous personalities, and in the recent times if they secure any kind of awards, try to remember them. So in total we got 20 questions in slot 1 and 20 questions in slot 2, as we discussed earlier. So now let's see, like, what do I need to study to get a good score in CMAT GK? So firstly, try to cover these particular topics. So I have segregated all these topics, like what all topics that you need to focus on for this CMAT GK. I have listed out each and everything here, so that if you revise these topics, at least to like max to max, I think you can score at least 12 above in your CMAT GK. And based on your interest, you can leave 2 to 3 topics based on the weightage that is provided by me previously, and try to find out the weightage for each and every previous year paper, so that you'll get an idea from the last 5 years what's the weightage, how many percentage of questions that are being asked in these previous years from politics. Like you'll get a basic understanding like what all topics that you need to give more importance, and and there are some topics where we can expect just 1 or 2 questions. You can leave those topics if you find it difficult to learn them. So try to go through these topics, that is politics, science, economy, geography, technology, ancient history, arts, sports, government schemes, awards, books and authors, modern history, personalities, companies, taglines, CEOs and the company's valuations, and business and some miscellaneous topics. So as I said, from politics we can at least expect 1 to 2 questions, and from science we can expect around 2 to 4 questions, and from economy we can expect at least 1 to 2, and from geography at least 2, and from technology 1 or 2, and from ancient history we can expect 1 question. From arts we can expect at least 0 to 1, and from sports like based, it depends, so at least we can expect it from, like we can expect in between 2 to 3 questions. And coming to schemes, we can expect at least 1 to 2 questions, and from awards 1, and from books and authors at least 2 to 3, and from modern history we can expect at least 1 to 2, and from personalities 1 to 2, from companies, the taglines and about the CEOs and business and all, so we can expect at least 1, and from business we can expect 0 to 1. So based on this, try to, like based on your interest, try to make the most from these topics. Now let's see where do I study from. So like the topics that I have previously discussed, you can study from newspapers, current affairs, and you can also cover static GK, like where they'll be specially covering topics on static GK. And there were many YouTube channels that cover current affairs and questions on innovation and entrepreneurship. Like for innovation and entrepreneurship, there were only some channels that cover questions on innovation and entrepreneurship. Try to refer all these things if you have time. If not, in our YouTube channel, we have released so many videos on politics, schemes, sports, books and authors, next awards. Like we have covered so many questions on these particular topics mainly. You can go through all of our previous videos that were specially made for CMAT. And like we'll be also providing GK PDFs, like both static GK and current affairs, we'll be providing them. And we'll be also providing monthly current affairs, like right from business, politics, each and every topic will be covered in these monthly current affairs. And like will be special PDFs will also be provided. And if you are a paid user, then you will be also given access for static GK, where we'll be covering each and every static GK concepts and all. And like we'll be also providing it in the form of PDF or in videos. And we'll be also providing specific mock that will be helpful for your practice. So now let's see how much time do I need to spend. Whenever you want to give some time for GK, based on your feasibility, try to divide that particular time. For example, like see, I have given like at least 3 to 4 hours for GK, and how I am going to divide my time is like 60% of my time I'll be allocating for static GK, for videos and for PDFs, and the remaining 40%, like you can allocate 20% for current affairs and 20% for revision. Why? Because revision is very much mandatory, so that it will be helpful for you to remember all the things. So as I said, for example, in order to prepare for GK, it's not the same with respect to verbal or quant or DILR, like that is data interpretation and logical reasoning. So it is completely different, where here either we need to mug up or we need to understand that particular news Like if you follow on daily basis, then it will be easy for you to remind all those particular concepts. So for that, how you need to basically prepare for GK is, for example, you are learning about some specific topic. So try to know about that particular topic. What is the meaning of it? Try to know its example, and if there are any facts regarding that particular topic, try to know those facts. And if there are any kind of types, for example, for innovation, there were different types of innovation, so try to understand what are those types and all, and any previous history about that particular topic. So for example, if there if there is any news about a particular topic in the recent times or in a span of 1 year, try to know that particular topic. So try to get to know about that particular history, about that particular history in that particular year. And also try to find out any current news or any current affairs about that particular topic. So like for example, if you see you are learning about Virat, like there is so much recent news about Virat Kohli. Try to read all current news about him so that we might expect more questions for current affairs. And next, let's see the attempting strategy. Now, first, let's see about general awareness section. So, in general awareness, as I said, we'll be getting 20 questions, right? Or try to attempt at least 9 to 10 questions, a sure shot. Well, like if you know the answer correctly, so try to attempt 9 to 10 questions, sure shot questions, so that you need to score at least 9 to 10 correct answers. And take 3 to 4 guesses about 50-50, then take a guess. It's okay. Like either you'll be getting +4 mark or -1 mark. Why? Because previously, anyways, you are going to score 9 to 10 marks based on your guessworks. If you get at least 1 to 2 questions correct, then it's fine. Like your score is going to improve. But if your probability is less than 50% or 40%, then try to leave it. So make sure that you are going to leave at least 6 to 7 questions. Like if you are particularly not sure or if your guesswork is less than 50%, then try to leave it. And coming to innovation and entrepreneurship questions, so prepare in such a way that you can attempt at least 11 to 12 sure questions and make a guess of 2 to 3 questions. And the remaining 7 to 8 questions, you can leave it. Like if you are not sure, then you can leave it. So like by following this kind of strategy, you can score at least 80 marks in your CMAT GK. So try to prepare accordingly. And if you are looking for any kind of resources, we at Cracku are providing for free also. Like you can follow this YouTube channel, so that there were lots of videos that were made for CMAT GK. Just go through all of them. And if you're also looking for any kind of specific resources in Cracku, you can also visit our website and you can also go through all of them and you can enroll. So that's it for today, guys. If you find this video helpful, please do like, share and subscribe and hit the bell icon below. Thank you.